Recently, I was asked the difference in brake boosters from the Gullwing to the 300 SL Roadster. So we're looking in the Gullwing parts book, and the two boosters for the Gullwing. The early cars had the treadle vac, very early cars. Later cars had the T50 ATE T50 booster, which we have an example of right here. And you can see the early boosters had this funny slave cylinder arrangement. It looks like parts from Home Depot. This is a two-part slave cylinder. This giant casting comes off of this essentially, which is a piece of steel pipe, and this is very distinctive, and it also would be correct for early 190 SLs and some other early cars that had a brake booster, early being 55, 56. And this is a the T50 is a 2-to-1 boost ratio, and that's for the Gullwing. Now then, in the Roadster parts book, we show the T50 12 booster, and that is distinguished by this long nose, long slave cylinder. And you can't tell in the picture, but this has a bigger vacuum can, deeper vacuum can than the T50. And we happen to have a Roadster with its booster installed over here, so you'll be able to see the difference very clearly. There's the T50 12 booster, and some of them have the 12 stamped into the faceplate. Not all of them, and that's a 3.7 to 1 boost ratio. The T50 14 is a 4.2 to 1 boost ratio. And again, you can see the difference, very dramatic difference from one booster to the other in terms of its size. It's hard to hold this up at the same time. There we go. So, Gullwing booster, Roadster booster, and these are all for drum brake cars. The disc brake Roadster has a T50 26, which is an entirely different booster and has even higher boost ratio. Trying to think of anything else. There were two different types of slave cylinder on the nose here that you could have with and without attachment for the brake light switch. As you can see, this one has brake light switch attachment here. So entirely different internally. Difference being not only the depth of the can, but also the slave cylinder and the depth of the push rod inside, because obviously you can't have that push rod inside this booster here. And your boost ratio is coming, of course, just back to high school physics. You've got this is 25 millimeter slave cylinder, and this is a 17 millimeter slave, so you've got same pressure coming from the diaphragm, got more stroke with a smaller diameter, so getting a lot more pressure build up. Hope that helps you.